still go out on my own. I'll still go and get the bus and go into the town. But then again, I might do that and then I might just turn around and get the bus right back home again.
I used to be really, really independent and I wouldn't ask anybody for anything whatsoever. And I do find now that I do ask. I struggle, with things, but I will ask if I need the help now.
6 months before the diagnosis, he decided to stop driving because one trip to the supermarket, it's only about 3 mile round trip. He had to stop and take a break at the car park in the supermarket and found it quite daunting to drive home. Came in and said, I wasn't confident, I didn't enjoy that.
I really like to go out cycling. It's a good activity. I've always been sporty and tried everything. It's good. It's good for relations and meeting people. It's good to do and enjoy it.
I mean, it does affect you socially. You can't live a social life in the same way as you previously did. If we, we go for a meal or go to a party in someone's house, the party's in full swing, we'll leave. They understand we're leaving and why we're leaving. So if you get that kind of social support and social understanding, you can live a social life, but it won't be the same social life as previously.
My social life hasn't changed in many ways. Obviously, I don't drink alcohol anymore because obviously I'm medication and it's not good for you anyway. So that stopped, but everything else hasn't. I'm still getting involved, so I don't shirk away from anything. I'm living life the way I always lived it. I like life, I love life. I mean, I'm not doing anything different from anybody else.
So it's about doing social things, but doing it in a way that is least stressful and most manageable for Brian.
The walking group is an excellent day out together. A group of us, we just go and have a nice wander through the park and we have fun, and it's very relaxing, and it's something that we can do together that we wouldn't be able to go out and do on our own. It makes life so much easier for us when we get together and we can do things like that.
I always walk anyway, but what I find is there's a big crowd, but we never stay with the same people. We always end up in different wee groups, and the conversation is completely different. It could be about how we're feeling, it could be about the weather, it could be about anything. And for that hour, you just forget, you're just walking with a crowd of friends, And I think that's important.
After our walk, we make arrangements usually for whenever we're going to manage to meet up again. And it gives you something else to look forward to. On your way home, you've still got that in your head that you're going to see one another soon. These things are really important to do, and without them, we would just be on our own.
After you have a diagnosis, you can of course still drive, but it's very important that you're aware of your limitations and also that you have the confidence to continue driving. It's very important to try and understand what your abilities are and to do things which are within your range of abilities. So that might be, for example, keeping to very local routes that you know very well, not going into rush hour traffic, avoiding motorways if that's difficult for you, and avoid situations which are going to be more difficult for you to cope with. If someone has a diagnosis of dementia, then they must inform the DVLA, and that's very important so that they have a record that you have a diagnosis. But it's also very important that you inform your insurer so that that's taken care of.
Everybody is an individual, and that's the same for somebody who has a diagnosis of dementia. Because somebody has a diagnosis, it doesn't stop them being able to continue with the hobbies that they have had prior to their diagnosis. Keeping people connected to their family and friends is really important, and having a hobby can help them to do that.
Having a diagnosis early gives you an opportunity to plan for the future. It gives you an opportunity to think about how you would want your support and your care and treatment to be organised. It gives you an opportunity to think about your own wishes and your hopes for the future. You're maybe still of working age. Your partner may also be working and of working age. You maybe have children at home. And as a younger adult, you might have different concerns and you have got different hopes and wishes in your life. You're also at a different stage in your life. You might have different interests. So services that are going to help and support you must have that knowledge and understanding of where you are in your life. Everybody experiences dementia or the impact of dementia in their lives in their own unique and individual way. Occupational therapists can have a look at what it is that you want to achieve in your life, what you find important, the goals that you have. We can help you find tools and strategies that work for you, that are tailored to you, they're individual to you. And we can help you find very practical solutions to the practical problems that can come your way.